if Bournemouth and Fulham maybe win tonight, I know Fulham were winning,
1-0,
then
1-0 Bournemouth. 1-0 Bournemouth, by the way.
brilliant, they're beating Spurs, fantastic. So yes, they were put down at 14.
Ryan told me last night, sorry, or
And
Gap, sorry, but he said to me, Ryan, think before you speak. That's what I'm going to do now. Gap told me this, Liam. Think before you speak, guys. I'm like, okay,
I've never
noted.
learned that in my 43 years, mate. It's not going to change now.
Yeah, but my 30 years of being a man as well, but being a young man, or a young lad in this British common sense as it is now. If any people
No,
out
you
there have
carry
any
on,
common
mate.
sense, I don't know. So if I jump in, guys, but you know, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm not the 115 team fan, if that makes sense.
Oh, no. But obviously, yeah, so we get a Calafiori and Gabriel, like I think we're about Sunday. So again, this is where the squad depth comes in, isn't it, Liam? You know, obviously Kyrgios come in, he's been brilliant.
Love it, love it,
You
love
know,
it.
and you can see how pleased Gabriel and Calafiori were at the end when they're proper like mobbing Kyrgios, which is great to see. Because obviously the morale in the squad. I mean, all of a sudden we've got the bit between our teeth. Everyone's coming and doing it, and you know they look like they're going the right way, and they're hunting Liverpool down.
Yeah, I think the squad. Like, I think as we said, like when I see Kivior and Sinchenko, I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting in a pub and I was like, oh, because it's always an all in it. Like you don't know
Yep,
what to expect. But then before the
because the
game
other two are
started,
so good.
yeah, but I was thinking about it. That's Kivior's natural position, left centre
It
back. And
is,
to
yes.
be fair, yeah, right, we haven't seen him play left centre back much. And to a man, I thought he was solid last night. He done everything that he needed to do in that game, and I think he's a good deputy. To be honest, yeah, like in that role. Do I think he should play left back now? And probably not. He fit the purpose last year when we needed it. We know we got fullback issues, but I'm a bit like you. You know my thoughts as well, Cole and Sinchenko. My actual thoughts were after 60 minutes, he has to come off the pitch,
Yeah.
whether he's home or away. And I actually thought Sinchenko done well for the first 60 minutes. And as I said it to the geezer next to me, I knew I shouldn't have said it. He gave away the free kick, and then he was like, "This is the kind of area that he gets exposed late in games." And I think with Sinchenko, I think you can get a good 60 minutes out of him at home, but then you have to bring that. You do need to bring another option on. You can't rely on Sinchenko for 90 minutes. But apart from probably that last 5 minutes that he was on, I actually thought he had a fairly good game. And I thought he'd done well at West Ham when he come on as well. So I just think Sinchenko is probably a little bit like Ramsdale in goal, isn't it? If we're being totally honest. He's probably not got the mentality for 90 minutes to be concentrated for 90 minutes. And he hasn't got it in him to do it for 90 minutes, like game in, game out. But we got away with it yesterday. I do think that their new manager, he played a bit of a different system. It worked in the first half. I knew it weren't going to work for 90 minutes because Man United can't defend for 90 minutes. So I was quite comfortable at half time that even though we hadn't played that well, that we was going to get them at some point. So I do think that they played their hands a little bit in the second half because they just couldn't play that way. I think Man United have been best off probably going out to try and score goals against us, if I'm being totally honest.
Very
Like they have
strange
done in the
team
last 2 years
selection.
and only got beaten in the last minute. I thought Man United pretty. I think he's going to be a good manager there, the guy, but he ain't got the personnel. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like you're trying to play that way with the likes again of Harry Maguire. Do you know what I mean? You're bringing on Anthony. You you've got Casemiro on the bench. Do you know what I mean? They haven't got the players to play the way he wants. It's going to take them a long, long time, and they're nowhere near our level. They're nowhere near our level. And if that game had gone on for another 10, 15 minutes, it would have been 3-4-0 in the end. Do you know what I mean? That like it was comfortable in the end, and we've been able to rest Carragher. We've been able to rest Gabriel for Sunday. I think it was a good night at the office really for us.
Yeah, no, excellent. You know, and it was a strange selection, I thought, for Man United as well. I think we played them definitely at the right time. Obviously, the new manager is trying. Well, to be fair, he's basically trying every player in his squad, putting them in, see what they're like. I mean, I was surprised Rashford especially didn't start because obviously he scored 2 on Sunday, and Cole, he has a good record against Arsenal, especially at the Emirates. Bizarrely, he scored quite a few goals. at ours.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah, he's got a
relieved to
great
see
record.
him, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm well surprised they didn't. And that Diallo, to be fair, he went very defensive though, didn't he?
Yeah,
First half,
he's having a good spell. Yeah,
very
I
defensive,
think he
and
knew. He did say in his press conference, didn't he? Some weird
yeah,
little statement. Oh, there'll be more storms or something coming before, which I thought was quite
yeah,
a weird thing to say before a big game.
yeah. I was very surprised because Rashford, he always scores against us. Scored against us last year, didn't he? At the Emirates, and
Mm.
yeah, he's always a threat with us. And he obviously came off the bench, and by that time the game was it 1-0 when he came on? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, because he gave away
Yeah,
the
I mean,
corner,
there's
didn't
not
he?
a bit
Yeah.
of
Yeah, and
Tell Goldie was crying about it.
Yeah, he didn't do anything, did he, when he came on? Yeah, obviously I was happy that he was on the bench as long with that Diallo because I thought if Diallo was on Zinchenko's side from the start, they probably would have caused us a lot more problems.
Yes,
Because he is a talent, that Diallo. He looks a very good player,
yeah,
to be
he's a
fair
good
to
little
him. I
player.
like him.
And
But
it's the
no,
same with Garnacho as well.
he's
They're
crap. I
both
don't like him. I think
You
he's
think
pants.
so? He's definitely
Yeah,
got
he's
something in him.
pants.
I just think, I mean, yeah, we could unlock that, but that's a different story.
Nah, I don't. Nah.
You
He's not
don't
as.
think?
I think Martinelli's better, and you know my thoughts on him.
Yeah, but he's doing it right at the moment, Carlos. He's doing it right at the moment.
Mm, no
Yeah,
comment.
like a sexy. So
I was
obviously
about to
0-0
shake
at
my
half
head,
time.
Brooksy, so I'm just shaking my head about something that Almiron said about us before the game as well.
What was that? What did he say?
We're quoted to be saying that Saka Martinelli deliberately tried to force corners, and Arteta said after the game, we try to exploit weaknesses, which we did. They didn't learn that fucking lesson, excuse my language.
No,
13
carry on.
corners, what? I'm sorry. And now they call us, as Carlos said at the beginning, yeah, we are Stoke City, it seems, in the people's books, or was it they call set piece FC? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say certain names from our fan bases around, but but just the haters are gonna hate. That's what I want to say.
That's right. I mean, that's
I'm
the
all up
thing.
for it, man. New Year's come in, bring it on. If they want to hate us, let's be having you. As Delia Smith said.
Well, I've got the Gary Neville, Nicholas Jove.
Oh,
It's annoying
sorry. Did you see
person in
when
football at the
James
moment.
kind of spilled the drink on him? Sorry, Books. Did you see when James kind of spilled the drink on him, or was it vice versa?
No, I didn't see that. No.
There's a video, so I think Jamie Carragher spilled either water on Gary Neville, or vice versa. One of them did to each other when they're doing that watch along.
Oh, okay.
You literally hear like the water being like splashed around, like Peggy Mitchell style.
But anyways, Gary Neville describes Nicholas Jove, our set piece coach, as the most annoying person in football. Obviously, we have to talk about the corners in the second half. I mean, Liam, well, they're all down your end, wouldn't they? So, I mean, the pair of them, Saka and Rice, I mean, they're doing it on Saturday as well. It's just ridiculous sort of seem to get it on target. The whip, the power, the accuracy. It's just amazing. Declan Rice is in particular last night from the right hand side. I mean, I don't know if it was the wind as well was helping, but he was whipping him, and it was just causing carnage. Every time I come in, I mean, I know we do a little thing now when all defenders go to the other side, but the defending of Man United was shocking as well because they know what's coming. It just make me laugh. They're going, oh, they score from corners again. Well, if you can't defend them properly, what are we supposed to do? I mean, Timber, he's corners for that, Saliba scores with his arse. Now we could have had another couple where Xerxes almost scored an own goal, another one where Anana smashed it into someone and hit him in the head and bounced off. And all my years of supporting Arsenal, I don't think I've ever seen such an amazing, just relentless barrage of corners. It's just superb. I know we've always been critical of Stoke and the like, but now we've caught onto it, and we're the kings. We are set piece FC.
It got to a point, didn't it? It got to a point in that second half, right? And no word lie, you could feel in the stadium that Man United were intimidated by even the crowd. The crowd were literally building every corner up. And you knew something was coming from every single corner because it just totally got on top of Man United in the end. Like, imagine having to go through corner after corner like that. Well, we had 13 in the end, didn't we? And I reckon it was only to the 12th one that Saka didn't get it past the first man.
Yeah, rubbish.
And like you said, the deliveries are unbelievable. They're absolutely world class. They're absolutely spot on. But you've got to watch the movement as well. The movement that we're doing for these corners. Like to start with all your players at the back post, and then to get them to run in like that, and then score goals like that on the near post. That takes a lot of training to be able to perform that and produce that. But we can mix it up, can't we? So we can make them think we're going to do that, and actually, what we do is we loop a massive one in, and it's not the first time we've done it, because when you think against Manchester United, we did the exact same thing last year for Declan Rice's goal in the last minute. It was the same corner that Saka looped over to the back, and literally, obviously, then Declan Rice brought it down and scored. So we've exploited them at the front post, but we know we can exploit them at the back post as well. And they were terrified in the end. They'd have nightmares. They'd have absolute nightmares, I would have thought, last night going home on the coach back up the M1 to Manchester, because they got absolutely bullied in the second half from set pieces. They did in the first half, to be fair, as well. But Onana kind of bailed them out. Let's be honest, Thomas Partey should have scored. He should have scored that. It's a gimme, innit?
Marino probably should have scored as well.
Yeah. So, as I said, like it's incredible the set pieces. It's incredible the amount of people that we got now that we can kind of profit from set pieces in the box. But then you start looking at it, you just think that it's just another way. People sitting there going, you only score from corners. You've got to win 13 corners first. Do you know what I mean? You've got to win them. What's the style and what's the play that we're playing to win them corners? Do you know what I mean? You can't handle Saka. Martinelli's Martinelli. I'm the same as Cole. Like, we could definitely get someone like a lot better than Martinelli on the left wing, in my opinion, moving forwards. But still, he's winning corners. Do you know what I mean? But we're doing a lot of the good stuff before that to be labelled as a Stoke. But what we are now, we're like the West Ham manager said, we're the most complete team in the Premier League. We are the most complete team in the Premier League. We can score from anyhow. We can score in any style. We can score in any play. And I've sat at games. I remember sitting at games 3, 4, 5 years ago. We'd have all sat there. The 0-0s. I remember Burnley 0-0. And I was sitting there thinking, if only we could break teams down like from set pieces. Do you know what I mean? If one of these corners, we would have 14, 15 corners and nothing would come from them. And that's the difference. That's what wins games. Do you know what I mean? That's what opens games up at times. Like Man United last night, they come in to play away, to nullify us. That's another way you've got to win games, is by set pieces. And not many teams are good at it, if we're being totally honest with you. I don't think many teams are that great in the Premier League. There's probably about 2-3 teams that are quite good at it, but we're world class at it, absolute world class at it now. And what we need to do is take that into Europe a lot more now. We need to do that in Europe a lot more as well, especially when we go to the away grounds. Do you know what I mean? Like we did it at Sporting, but we need to take this to the next level in Europe now for me, because I think in Europe, for some reason, before the Sporting game, we don't seem to score from corners.
It's almost as if a switch has been flicked on, and from a few weeks ago, we've just rolled up our sleeves and just gone, right, now we're going to go out and smash people. I mean, and you look, a good person who he's had a few critics the last few weeks on shows near, isn't he? Declan Rice. I mean, Bez, I'll start with you. I mean, second half particularly, I thought he was absolutely superb last night. Not just his corners. I mean, he was all over the pitch. He was striding forward. He was doing those lovely marauding runs. He was getting stuck in winning headers. And that was, the 105 million Declan Rice that we want to see back again.
Well, I'll say this, and I'll keep it as concise as possible as I can. First and foremost, to whom it may concern, keep your receipts. Keep your damn receipts. Because I don't give a damn after the way they treated my star boy in the weekend. Because for me, Declan Rice showed his true colours last night. Again, well, he does it obviously every game that he does. But last night he did a lot like tackling, very clean, very assertive, very disciplined. I'm trying to look at that before I get distracted. What I'm saying, he looked like the real deal. He looks down as settled like a player's played for us for a long, long time. I know people gonna say to me, "What are you faffing about?" I'm not faffing around. He knows how to play football. The man's been playing football since 7 years plus now. And for me personally, I do think that he gives a lot more than just offensively. He's more like a midfielder, like all round, a bit like Patrick Vieira in his prime. Example more like, not to obviously compare but contrast more like. I like his his brain, the way his brain thinks. You know, as Liam said, I think at the end of last season or the start of this season, you know, considering what we've been through in our personal life, and it's not been easy. I know for a fact, Liam, and I endured myself some difficult moments. Respect, and we're all human beings for God's sake. And I know Declan has suffered, emotionally in his personal life from out here because I've got some group of mine in my Sunday club, the West Ham fans that tell me, I wish we could have him back. I said, we can't take him back. He will not come back to you. Because right now, also, we applaud him, we love him, we sing his name, you know, we treat him like king. And he knows already that he's in a team that he's appreciated and everything that he does. From start of the game to the end of the game, his beaming smile, his aura. I can make a whole hour segment if you want to about Declan Rice, personally, Brooksy. But I'll wrap this up by saying, just keep up the good work and just keep your head up and just rise above it as he does. And it's a beautiful thing to see, modern day football, such a humble man, such a vocal man, such, how can I say this? Such joy to see him play football the way he does. I love the way Odegaard compliments him, the way Odegaard compliments Saka, and the team just, as I think Liam said as well at the beginning, is literally, the team is a unit. The one unit that clearly you break one, they pick up that one, and they come back alive again, as you saw second half. Different unit, a different Arsenal I've not seen in ever in my lifetime.
No, I think definitely Carl as well. The international break definitely came at the right time for Declan, didn't it? Because I think the last two games, obviously he had a broken toe or whatever, and it was affecting him, I think. But now he looks, like he's raring to go again.
Yeah, he was definitely fatigued. I think the international break came at a good time for us as well. Obviously, getting him fit, Saka was pulled as well, which I think Saka needed. He's come back refreshed. Obviously, Odegaard didn't go as well. Well, he did go, didn't he? But he didn't play.
He went there and then they sent him back again.
Yeah, so obviously he's come back fitter because the game against Chelsea where he played, all right, I thought he was good, but you could see he wasn't 100% Odegaard, and he's obviously back now, and hopefully we can go on a run like we did this point last year and pick up some points and start hunting Liverpool down and get within, more than or closer as we get to Christmas because it's going to be. I mean, their game this Saturday is going to be tough for them. Everton away, last game at Goodison. They're going to be up for that.
On the back of a 4-0 thrashing of Wolves last night.
And they were
I don't think anyone see that
United. First 20 minutes,
they were
good
against
against United.
yes.
And obviously they got battered after that. But that's going to be a tough game for Liverpool. And you never know, they might drop points if we win against Fulham, which again is not going to be easy. 4 points, isn't it? And then we're right back in it.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the key thing, isn't it, Liam? We just got to keep winning. Just keep the run going. And at the end of the day, there's no pressure on us now because everyone thinks, well, Liverpool won the league already. So, obviously I was watching both games last night. I mean, special mention to Amazon because I have to say it's very good. You can watch any game you want. But it's superb. It puts Sky Sports to shame a little bit, in my opinion, because it's brilliant. I was flicking between our game at half time, stick on the Newcastle game, and it was end to end. With Newcastle, the first half should have been out of sight. Gordon missed a good chance for 2-0. And obviously, it gets back to 2, and then Salah scores. I remember messaging you, and I was just like, that's it. I was thinking, that's it. They're going to win the league, aren't they? It's just ridiculous. And then God bless Fabian Schär in the 91st minute or whatever. And yeah, superb,
See,
pressure
yeah,
down on Liverpool, the drop points.
I've got a bit of a different opinion on Liverpool at the moment. Like, yeah, they're 7 points clear. But when I look that they haven't been to Chelsea yet. And at the moment, Chelsea are in the title race at the moment.
Definitely.
And rightly so, because they've been playing well, even if I don't like to admit it. They haven't been to Aston Villa yet. They haven't been to Bournemouth yet.
Do you know what I mean? Sunday.
They haven't been to Manchester City yet. And they're all grounds that we've been to at the moment, so there's a lot of banana skins from now onwards for Liverpool, and they've got to go to they haven't been to Tottenham yet either.
No,
they've got to go to Tottenham in the next couple of weeks.
Chelsea got Spurs Sunday.
Oh, Chelsea, yes, sorry.
Yeah, and you start looking at that, and you think the title race is nowhere near over. Do you know what I mean? And the other thing I'll throw at the fire here is that Liverpool last year started the season we remember really well, but they fizzled out at the back end of the season, and I think that they've got a couple of aging players now. Do you know what I mean? What are the legs going to be like when you get to a March, April? Do you know what I mean? When the title race really heats up, and I think they got the firepower, but I still think there's a couple of question marks in Liverpool. I really, really do. They're in good. They're in really good form at the moment, but it's good being in good form in November, but you need to be in good form in March and April.
And the
It's going to
Salah
be
contract
interesting.
situation as well. That's
I was
very
just about to say
important.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, Carl. I mean, it's
No, that's
crazy, Carl,
okay.
though, isn't it? I mean, he's their best player comfortably. I know they're going about Van Dijk, but without Salah, they're nowhere. He scores so many goals and assists. He's a phenomenal player, but it's bizarre. It's really, really bizarre. It'd be like if Arsenal had like Odegaard or Saka and they knew he was running out of contract and then signed, the fans and crowd would be up in arms. It just seems very, very weird.
I would
Yeah.
more compare it not to maybe Saka and Odegaard just because of his age, but maybe like Aubameyang and Ozil because of the money that he's demanding. And he wants it over a 3-year contract.
Just meant how
Liverpool don't
important
want
he
to give him
was.
3 years, or is it a 2 unit option? I don't think Liverpool want to give him that option because
Uh,
if they're offering him 450 grand or whatever that he's going to go and get in Saudi,
yeah.
then it just takes a little bit of dip in form, and they ain't going to be able to go and buy someone because there's so much money being spent on wages. And that's why my point about January is it's going to be very interesting because Trent can go and talk to clubs, Virgil can talk to clubs, Salah can go and talk to clubs,
They
and
get
that
derailed
might
very
play
quickly.
it might play on their mind mentally. They could check out. I mean, Trent, he didn't play yesterday, did he? But they could, he looks like he's probably going to go to Real Madrid.
I reckon he'll go, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to lose some big players, and that's going to affect the team as well. If your 3 biggest players are leaving, it's
And
it's
not
far
much
from
money
over.
as well if they're all running out of contract.
Yeah, they get zero. It's like us a few years ago, wasn't it? When
You're
we
looking
lost all
at,
those players for free.
for those 3 players, they could get a couple of 100 million, It's crazy. They could lose them all for nothing.
Yeah,
Funny. They're all to us. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that's a good thing about last night. As I said earlier, with Kyrgios when he come off, and you see how delighted Gabriel and Calafiore and the whole team were. But you get to see how pleased they were. And the team spirit and the morale really seems to be good high at the moment. And you do wonder with Liverpool, with all the contractors, they want this money and they want that. You do wonder how much they really, really want it.
be interesting.
Yes, it
Yeah,
will.
I think it'd be really interesting. I think with all that going on, with Champions League going into the latter stages, can they keep this form up over 9 months? I'm not so sure they can. You can't rule Man City out because even though they're in a situation now, the thing with Man City is right now, I don't see them going on a relentless run because they haven't got Rodri. Do you know what I mean? It for them, Rodri's like Odegaard for us. Do you know what I mean? Rodri comes out of that team. It batters them. Odegaard comes out of our team. It's kind of ruined us over a course of 4 or 5 games. But I just don't see Liverpool keeping up this run for 9 months. And I think there's a lot of banana skins they've got away from home. And I think they've had quite a nice start in terms of away from home. And I think the fixtures have fallen quite nicely from the start of the season. If we can get, I was sitting there thinking about this, if we can get to the Man City game and be like 4 points behind them, or if anything like 4 or 5 points behind them, I think we're in a good situation. Do you know what I mean? Because we still go there anyway, and we should have won both. Definitely the first game we should have beat Liverpool, but we haven't lost at Anfield for the last 2 years. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like we're going to Anfield where we're worried about going to Anfield. And I believe in this team. I believe in this team can go to Anfield and win. Do you know what I mean? I believe if Trossard didn't get sent off at Man City, we go and batter them like Spurs battered them. So I think we just got to keep ourselves in the race. And maybe it'd be good chasing them, but as such, do you know what I mean? I just think that we just got to win every game. So I look at the games now. I'm quite comfortable with the team that we've got that we can go on a run. I'd probably look at, even though we beat them 3-0 last year, I look at the Brighton game. I think that's a tough one over the Christmas period. Do you know what I mean? I think we'll go for them win. I think we'll go Palace and win. I think we'll beat Everton. I think we'll beat Ipswich. Do you know what I mean? We'll go Brentford. I think we'll go and beat Brentford. But the Brighton game's the one for me. That could be a little bit of a banana skin for me at the moment.
I'm not too worried about Brighton. I have to say, I mean, it's easy to say. I mean, the only reason we didn't beat them at home was because Rice got sent off. I mean, was it last year we went there? Was it New Year's Eve and we beat them 4-2? Was that the season before?
For the season before. We beat them 3-0 last year, to be fair.
3-0, of course we did. Yes, we did, yes. So, yeah, I'm not too worried. They're still losing to Fulham.
I'm checking out, yeah. It seems
3-1
like
now.
Wow.
What, 3-1 to Fulham?
Nelson picks up hamstring injury.
Yeah, 3-1 Fulham.
He wouldn't have
Nelson,
played
I
anyway,
think.
would he? Because he's on loan.
No.
Who else scored for Fulham?
He won't be double.
Yeah, why we got two?
Really? It's on fire, isn't it?
Let's not talk about
Yeah.
Smith Rowe. Hey, Brooksy.
I love Smith Rowe.
Well, we're going to talk about him,
but
but let's hope he has a bad game on Sunday.
Yeah, after how he treated me the other day.
Yeah, no, heartbreak. Yeah, no.
I was heartbroken.
It was just in all of your beard. I think that's probably
Yeah.
what it was.
Old Gav's trying to throw his little snidey comments in anyway.
Go on then. Let's see.
Did you guys watch the new FIFA Club World Cup draw earlier on? Not interested, mate. Not interested.
Yeah, what's that? I seen it earlier. What is? I don't even know what that is.
No, I don't either.
So is there basically they got this FIFA, they got this Club World Cup in summer, which is
Why
all the
Chelsea?
teams that. Yeah, because they won the Champions League in 2020, 21, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's how
That
they
was
got
for
in it.
doing
They
it.
certainly ain't got in it for the last 3 years' performances, have they? But
okay.
yeah, it's this
What-
summer. But you got to
Oh,
ask
okay.
yourself the question: do you like what
In the
effect is
summer?
that going to have on teams next
Yeah.
season? Do you know what I
That's
mean?
a bit
Fuck
weird,
that.
isn't
I
it?
don't want to be involved in that.
No,
Let
so
them, that's fine.
maybe it's a good thing for us.
Let him go there and get injured. Yeah, carry on.
You know what's
let's
funny?
not
Can I
play.
just jump in and say this? The Bleacher Sport report, because I did a little segment with them, and I forgot to send it to you guys, but they asked me as well. Would you take Champions League or would you take the Invincible trophy? I said, what do you mean? Champions League over Invincible? Are you having a laugh? No, I'll keep the Invincible trophy. That's my childhood right there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But yeah,
definitely Invincibles.
of course.
We'll win this.
That's-
We'll win this.
that's my
We'll
only
win the
memories of
Champions
this
League this
club.
year.
No one's
so-
done it. Everyone, different teams have won the Champions League. No one's
Exactly.
apart from us won the Premier.
Can I please
Premier
ask you,
League,
guys, did you guys go to the Preston gig? I know
Of
some
course,
people
I'll
went
go.
and they said being with Preston fans was amazing in their presence and with invincible teams, you know?
Yeah, apparently they had an invincible beard, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I've heard people had a cracking time. The atmosphere was electric for my fans and their fans. With no respect.
Yeah, to be fair, they pretty much classic. I to enjoy it when I can.
But mind you, I was coming down from Barnet on the other week, and I saw the shithole stadium down the road. I was like, that's not Wembley, that's not Emirates. Definitely is the other side of town, which I'm trying to avoid. And it's from down in Barnet. I saw it to my left. I was like, it was definitely it's not.
Are they still
Emirates
losing as
Stadium.
well?
Say again?
Spurs are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1-0.
1-0.
That's good.
They're
That's good.
such
Actually, Bournemouth,
a
fair
funny
play.
team. They'll probably go and spank Chelsea at the weekend.
Yeah,
They're such a weird team, aren't they?
But I'm glad
Strange
Bournemouth
team.
was. Normally, when some teams beat us and they can't do it, but fair play, they beat Man City and it looks like they're doing well against.
Brooksy, you know how Postologlu says, mate. And I'm going to do the same thing. Mate, what's going on with Tottenham?
That's who we
You know,
are, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Crikey, Sheila. Crikey.
I bet it's windy down there, to be fair.
Yeah, down south coast and south
Flying
coast.
around. So going into Sunday's game, then Liam, obviously it's 2:00 kickoff. Fulham away last year was a terrible performance. I believe it was 3-1. Obviously, the ex-Arsenal connection. Talk about it. Obviously, Leno in twice tonight. Smith Rowe. They're a good side. They're tricky, on their day they can give anyone a game. We just have to make sure we turn up and do what we need to do.
Yeah, they are a good side. I'm not really worried though. To be honest, I think it's a nice fixture. I know, but I don't want to bite me on the arse, but I actually do think it's quite a nice fixture. I think last year we was in a bit of a shite moment, weren't we, when we played them?
Yeah.
That was New Year's Eve, and I remember being in bed by 9 o'clock. I was that pissed off of it. Great New Year that was. I think we'll go there, and I think we'll put on a really professional performance Sunday. I really do. I think that we've got too much for them. I think I think set pieces could undo them on Sunday. I'd be interested to see if they can kind of defend that and rectify against that. I don't think they can. And I just don't. I'm not worried about them. If I'm being totally honest, I think we'll have much of the ball, and I think they'll struggle to get the ball. If I'm being totally honest, and I think it'd be nice to see Smith Rowe play, but I don't think he can do too much. To be fair, I'm just so confident with this team, and when we're playing like this, and we're in this kind of moment, and we're in this mojo, that we'll go and beat every team, and we'll play differently against every team to go and beat them. And I just feel that we're ticking back to that moment now. We're getting players back. Like we've got the luxury now of being able to choose Partey, Marino, Jorginho, or Rice in centre midfield. Do you know what I mean? We get Gabriel and Calafiori back Sunday, then we've got them luxuries again in terms of the defence. And I think obviously Saka's Saka, isn't he? And I just think we play so much better away from home. I think that we're tactically set up to play so much better away from home. And look, we scored 10 goals against Sporting Lisbon and West Ham. So should I be worried? I don't think I should be worried about Fulham Sunday. I think they got good results there against Brighton. I'm kind of glad they won tonight, to be fair. So do you know what I mean? I like to think of the old percentages at times and the Lord of Averages. I'm glad they won tonight, and I'm glad they played on Thursday. So they got a short break.
I was just going to say, obviously, Thursday, Sunday, it never normally bodes well.
I'm confident, mate. I'm confident that we'll get a really good scoreline against them, and I think they should be worried.
No, they're good. Obviously, it's important to win, Carl. Obviously, with Liverpool game, we're hoping they might drop points. Chelsea are waiting the scumbags. It's again another London derby. They could drop points. So obviously, it's just important we go there and win.
Yeah, I think we just got to kind of just focus on us, really, and be the ones hunting. As I say, I said it earlier, didn't I? Like Everton, potentially that is a very slippery one for Liverpool. Chelsea, they're definitely in the title race at the moment, playing really well. Maresa's got them playing some good stuff. I didn't expect it, to be fair, of them this year. I thought maybe next year that they might kind of raise their level up, but no, to be fair to them, they're doing all right. But again, Tottenham away, slippery one. But to be fair, they've got a good record at the Shite Hart Lane, haven't they? They've got a good record there.
Yeah.
You know, they
last year Spurs had 2 players sent off, I think.
Yeah, that was the mad game, wasn't it, when they played that line on the halfway line,
whatever it was.
Ridiculous, but again, you don't know what Tottenham's going to turn up. Is it the Man City one or is it the one tonight? They're such a weird team. It's great to see. Obviously, we like them to see them struggle, but I'd like to see them actually maybe get a draw against Chelsea, just so we can go above Chelsea.
Yes, definitely.
But it's important. We need to keep our momentum going. We need to start picking up those wins and just see where we are after Christmas, how close we are to Liverpool, because then we can really push on.
Does anyone think he'll heavily rotate again, and bearing in mind, was it Champions League again next week? Monaco at home, I believe.
Monaco at home, yeah.
I mean, we only need a couple more wins now, and they should hopefully, get top 8.
2 games left, haven't we? Monaco and
We've
Girona?
got 3. We've got Monaco, Zagreb at home, then Girona, or what they're called, away. But not being funny, we should be winning all 3 of those games.
Yeah, it would be fine. I think Gabriel and Calafiori will be back in the team. Other than that, he might slot Trossard instead of Martinelli.
Yeah, I think that definitely. I think that would happen. I think Trossard's such a good bet away from home as well. If you look at his stats away from home, and I said this at the start of the season, why I would start him in quite a lot of games, especially the away games, is that he scores a lot of games away from home. He scores a lot away from home. So I think he's a better option for us, Trossard, on the left away from home. And I think probably Martinelli's probably better at home, if I'm being honest. And I think Arteta's probably seeing that as well. So I think that's a good point made there with Trossard. I think definitely Sunday, I think he'll play. And if you remember rightly, not the last game against Fulham, but the one when we beat him 3-0, Trossard was superb in that game, weren't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was excellent.
Yeah, I think he'll start. I think he'll start. And then Martinelli will start a Champions League game at home.
He looked good yesterday night when he came on Trossard, I thought he looked good.
Yeah, he looks more hungry.
He always does when he comes off the bench, though, doesn't he? He's a very, very, very good impact player for us, and you need them in the team. It's the same with Martinelli though. The impact players, that you're not gonna get 90 minutes of consistency out of them like you do Saka.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important. I think it's more important for us to go and get a left winger in January or the summer than it is to get a centre forward.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone realistically think we'll sign anyone in January?
Possibly.
Maybe.
I'd like to have to
We're
say, if you
looking
want
good
to
for
push on a
financial
win's
fair
hand,
play, aren't we? I think this year.
It
one
has to be
little signing
attacking.
would be nice.
It has to be an attacker, don't it? There's nowhere else on
Yeah,
the pitch
definitely.
we're needed.
I think it kind of, because we're quite low on strikers, really, aren't we? I mean, I know we got Jesus, but he's about as much use as a chocolate fire guard at the moment.
Yeah, he's
You know,
trying
so
hard, but it's just not coming off, is it?
it's not for him at the moment. I do feel sorry for him because the first season he came to us, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
what a player we've got here. But it's just not worked for him, has it?
No.
When you look at that left wing position, I'm just like, look, I know we've had plenty of conversations about it, but if we got the right player in with the right attributes, actually, it could be a bit like, because you look what Saka offers to the team and what he does. If you had someone who could arrive late in the box from the left wing and be explosive in terms of their finishing as well, you could be then looking at a player who hits you 15, 20 goals a season from that position, couldn't you?
It's like Liverpool when they had Mane and Salah. You don't necessarily, you can win the league without a top striker. We've seen it done, but you need two players that will at least get you 15 plus goals.
Yeah.
At least, obviously, Saka can do that, and with his assists as well, he's on 10 already, isn't he? So, but you have to have either your striker doing the same numbers or your left winger. You have to have two players doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just who those players are.
Well, that's the thing. Who is that left winger? Do you know what I mean? Who is that left winger?
There's loads out there, but it's just who fits the system, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely who fits that system. Like striker, I believe long term. Do you know what I mean? I think in the summer, I think we will go out and buy someone. But
I'd love Isak.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he'd be perfect, wouldn't he? He'd be absolutely perfect. But I think the left wing position transforms us from us being on the edges of being able to win something to actually dominating.
Yeah,
like literally dominating. Like I look at the games that we haven't won this year. Liverpool. If Odegaard's fit, if Gabriel stays on the pitch, we batter them.
Yep.
We win.
You look at the Chelsea game. We played like we did in the last 20 minutes against Chelsea. We'd beat them at Stamford Bridge. So it's so close, isn't it? And I think that's what's the most frustrating thing with fans at the moment, and all of us, that we know how close we are, and we're just not getting over the line at the moment. And I just think the left wing position would get us over the line.
Yeah, definitely. I would like. Yeah, I just don't know who that left wing is going to be at the moment.
No.
There's no one in the Prem that we could even nick, is there? Really? I'd like Neto.
Not really. Like I like the Brighton winger, but is he what we need? Do you know what I mean, for the system?
Which one's that now? What, a Dingra?
Matoma.
I like Matoma as well. I like
you
Matoma
like
as well.
him, don't you?
I like Matoma as well.
I like Matoma.
He's clever. I like him as well. Very clever.
I mean, my favourite is Leao from Milan, but
yeah,
I don't
you
think
like
we'll get
him.
him.
He's very inconsistent. That's the only thing.
Or Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. I like him too. The Georgian.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah. They'll have to find someone and we'll be like, who? But you think like there's so many gyms like the Championship, like Rodgers, Villa side from Middlesbrough, how good a player he's becoming. They'll have to find someone that they've identified could possibly be it'll be someone young, we would think. But you think,
do you think we'll take Duran or Watkins though? Remember, Villa has two good strikers.
I don't think we'll get either.
No,
I think the striker will be somewhere in the early 20s, like the lad at Leipzig, Sesko.
Yeah, I still think he's got legs.
It'll be someone. If it's not Isak, I think Gyökeres might end up at Man United, sadly. But I think it'll be someone like that sort of profile, early 20s, still learning this trade. It'll be I think
I don't think it'd be
long.
Goggins.
They'll be looking at a long-term deal. You know, like a 5-year deal
Yeah.
in the early 20s to get to hit his peak.
Do you want a controversial one? I do rate, and I just think he's in the wrong team at the moment. Not left wing striker, Hoyland. I honestly think Hoyland's a really, really good player. I really think if he was used right, he could be an absolute beast of a striker. Do you know what I mean?
I reckon so too. Yeah, I do like him. I think he's a good player.
75 million. Yeah,
he's got
just
potential.
A shit side.
Yeah, he is. He is very good. But he hasn't got a team around him. So
also, there's a rumour the other week about that Evan Ferguson, is it? Brighton alone.
Yeah,
that was strange. Just come out of nowhere. That'd be
been injured,
his career's just stalled, isn't it? It's just
it's what can happen, though, isn't it? Injuries.
No, it is. No, definitely.
Unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shame. Wanyeri is left-footed because he could have been put out on that left wing if he was a right footer.
He could
and
have
I
done,
think we'd been sorted out there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They've got a plan.
So predictions for Sunday then. Bez, I'll start with you. What are you going for?
No pressure then, because I've been going 4-0 the last couple of weeks in each game. Been very generous of them. Yeah, well, I'll say probably 3-0, 3-1.
Lovely, sounds good. Liam?
4-1.
Oh, lovely, yeah, go on. I'll go 3-0. Carl?
2-0.
Yeah, that'll do.
2-0.
Taking in those results quite happily.
By the way, sorry if I say this quickly, but I'm going to see the ladies on Sunday. I've just got to take to them. I sit in the first row, clock end, lower tier on Sunday. So you must see me on TV.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Aston Villa, the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be the first row, clock end, lower tier. So I'm like, okay, that's new for me.
You know, Carl's banned from going to see the women's games.
What's it done now?
They won't be able to concentrate.
What's it done now? My favorite manager is going to manage America right now. What have we done, man? What have we done down there?
I haven't done anything, mate. It's Brooksy. He just talks nonsense.
I'm used to that now. After a year of knowing him face to face, I knew as much as you did.
It's your beard, Carl, so it's not me.
Well,
it's a sexy beast. Carl's a sexy beast in trouble, I know.
I'll tell you what, Liam, I told Brooksy this. After the Forest game, I was walking through St Pancras, and there was this walking to my train, and all of a sudden I've heard all this like commotion going on. I've like turned to my right, and there's Calvin Bassey and Alex Iwobi.
Okay.
And then as I've looked to my left, Emil Smith Rowe has literally gone right past my shoulder. I've gone obviously like Emil, like pick Arsenal fan. He's like, and he just fucking turned and walked off, ignored me.
What a wanker!
They've been spanked 4-1 home by Wolves. They lost 4-1 home by Wolves, which does make you think as well. We should bash them. Yeah, we're going to get paid at the end of the day. Yeah. He still wants to be at Arsenal, let's be honest.
I thought I'd show this to you guys while I'm there, you know.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But this is waste, right? Or is this us? I don't know.
We didn't even talk about him. I think the last 2 games he's back. He's coming back to his Rolls Royce best, and William Saliba as well.
Yeah,
absolutely superb.
No, superb, sensational player. He proper loves it as well when he scores. He absolutely loves it. He proper gets it. Which is superb.
Oh yeah, Liam Delap actually. That's a good shout. He's been playing well.
Again, I did hear that the other day. And who was it? Someone on Match of the Day. I mean, it could have been someone like Danny Murphy. So take this with a pinch of salt. But he reckons he'll be like the next natural successor to Harry Kane for England. He reckons he's going to... Because wasn't he at Man City, Liam Delap?
Yeah.
Did they sell him or was he on loan?
Sold him to Ipswich, I believe.
Okay.
They sell him, did they?
I think they've sold him, yeah. I'll find out.
But
Yeah, that's an interesting one, mate.
He's definitely got something
he's a
about
handful. Liam Delap. Ipswich.
And that's the sort of profile that Arteta.
Apparently, they got a buyback clause.
Yeah, they will have one now.
Have they got a buyback clause with Cole Palmer?
The
I wonder.
thing is, though, you're not going to go back there, are you, for Erling Haaland sitting up front?
No, that's the thing, isn't it? It's,
They have
no
sold
other
him, yeah.
striker-
Yeah,
No,
not just
no other
same time,
striker's gonna-
same time as we are.
no striker's going to go to Haaland.
No.
You know, to go. You know, Haaland's there, but then you do wonder. I mean, someone said this the other day. I know they won last night, and Forest at home was pretty a good game for them to get at that time. But like, it's almost as if there's something going on. The players out there have been told something. For them to lose so many games, and it just the whole De Bruyne situation. There's just clearly something up. I mean, I know we're just guessing, but yeah, it just.
I think De Bruyne wanted out, didn't it? I think De Bruyne's head's gone now that he's.
It's like Edison, though.
there's
He's on the
not
bench
right
all of a
there.
sudden.
I think,
Yeah.
but let's be honest. De Bruyne's still De Bruyne, isn't he? Like you rather have De
Yeah.
Bruyne in your team and not in your team.
Absolutely.
If you're not winning games, then it don't make any sense having De Bruyne or sitting on the bench. But I just think that he's going to leave the City in the summer. I think that he might have wanted to leave last summer, and obviously they haven't sold him for whatever reason.
The same with Edison as well. I think he wanted out in the summer.
There's a lot of doubt in there. There's got to be a lot of doubt. There's got to be a lot of worry about what's going on in the background with the.
They're not silly. They know
115
something's
charges.
going on. They know they're going to get found out.
But Pep's just signed a contract. I don't get it.
Yeah, but he can easily leave.
Yeah,
he can sign it, but it's nothing to stop him resigning. What are they going to do? You know,
I wonder if he signed it to see if he'd get a kick out of him. Maybe he thought he
possibly.
was losing it, like control of the dressing room. You just don't know, do you?
No, you don't. It'll all come out. It'll be a Netflix documentary in a year or two. It'll all come out at some point.
But the thing is, I think with Pep Guardiola, I think that is he really going to be there for a rebuild? Do you know what I mean? Probably not.
No, absolutely not.
So, I think it makes sense for Pep to leave there this summer. Do you know what I mean? It'd be interesting. But I don't see them going on the run without Rodri. I don't see them going on what they did last year. Do you know what I mean? I just don't see it. So if we can be as consistent and Liverpool drop points, I think we'll be Liverpool's biggest challenger still.
I think they'll go and sign someone in January. I think they'll go for that Zubamendi from Sociedad.
Interesting that we're going for that guy, though, isn't it? For the technical director. I was thinking, would we go in for him, like to replace Partey?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to need. I mean, Partey's been brilliant this season, but we're going to need a replacement for him at some point. Yeah, don't know who that'll be.
So in well there, though, when he said Mendy, just slotting there at Man City.
Yeah, he would. Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of Spanish boys at Arsenal now, so.
Yeah,
well, that's the other thing, isn't it? You just don't know like what's going on, especially with the.
I mean, Graham as well, by the way. Quick mention of him. That save last night. Superb, 1-0. Game changer. If they score, all of a sudden it's shit your pants like, you know. But he definitely has to do the whole game. When that one goes over, he's so comfortable now, the ball at his feet. I don't ever get scared now. He used to scare me. I'm not gonna lie.
It's his balls through the middle as well. Some of them balls.
Brilliant. Just cuts them open every time.
Yeah, he's been a terrific signing for us, hasn't he? When you think about it now.
Was it 22 million or something ridiculous? Again, another sensational bit of business. Honestly, it's just the last 5 or 6 signings have just been absolutely ridiculously good. Even Jorginho, for goodness sake, 8 million or whatever it was. I mean, he was brilliant at West Ham, by the way. He was really good.
Yeah.
Covered last night. I mean, the only terrible sign in recent times seems to be the loan for Sterling. Going to be ultra critical, but you never know. He might do something. But
I'll tell you this story quickly, though. Can I just say the story quickly? On Saturday, going to my uncle's, we had a family gathering because he lives in Surrey, by the way, Liam. Like just this, I think west of London. He's a Chelsea fan, my uncle. It was 1-0 when I got to Wimbledon. I was like, yes, we scored. 2-0 now. I'll just, before I got off my train, ticket please. I was like, shit, I lost my ticket. I'm getting fined. Oh my God, I'm trying to see the game. I'm trying to hear about the game. This is me being on train, right? Southwest train, I think it was. You know, being in London now, traveling to West London. Go to my uncle's place. As soon as I stepped in, sit down, 3-0. Tried to sit down again, 4-0, then 5-0. I was like, oh my God, what the heck? Can't keep up with this.
Spurs are 2 down, by the way.
Good.
Good.
That's a shame, isn't it?
There's no shame in
Funny,
that,
funny team, ain't they? Funny team.
Spurs,
Yeah,
though.
they
Spurs,
are.
isn't it? Spurs.
So
Isn't it?
So
inconsistent.
Spurs. It's who we are,
He
mate.
won't last long. He won't last
Nah,
the
he won't.
season.
You can't have it. How can you go smash Man City 4 away from home and then? Yeah, it's just yeah. I mean, they're not mid-table. I mean,
Yeah, I love them in the
I think
semi-finals of the
Bournemouth,
LG League Cup.
Bournemouth
Yeah.
win tonight. I think they've gone above them.
I think we're drawing. I think if we get through and they get through, I think we get them in the semi-final of the League
Oh, I
Cup
hope so.
double.
Yeah, it's
Is it
humiliating.
2 legs or 1 leg now?
2 legs,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's still two. It's still two, I believe.
That's our new stadium, isn't it? Their stadium anyway. We win it all the time. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think he must be like their fans. They just must be baffled. Do you know what I mean? That they go and beat Man City 4-0, go and lose to Ipswich. Do you know what I mean? Go and draw to Fulham at home, and then
crazy,
do you know what I mean? But beat Man City twice.
Fulham had 10 men as well.
Fulham done 10 men in the end, were they?
Yeah, they got players that Kenny scored, and he got sent off about 5 minutes. The last 20 minutes, they had 10 men.
Oh yeah, the captain. Yeah, I forgot as well. The captain got sent off.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's done for tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bedtime.
Yeah, bedtime for everyone.
Yeah, me too as well. But long day tomorrow before going back to work.
No, but obviously, thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on. Always good, obviously, to talk about Arsenal with you three. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, thank you, Mr. Brooksy.
Always a
Little
pleasure.
debut, the old cameo role. Apparently, there's going to be a little cameo tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit of drinking, a bit of dancing. Make sure I keep my clothes on this time.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow evening, mate. We're heading out.
Yeah, the weather's not like this. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But yeah, no, I'll see you tomorrow
Brutal.
night, mate. So, thank you very much, obviously, for joining me on the ranks. And yeah,
No, pleasure, mate. Pleasure.
We'll discuss Arsenal next week. We are going to go with Spurs again next week. And we're going to do it for most of December, just because of obviously the Wednesday games. So as you guys know, we've got Monaco next Wednesday. Then the Wednesday after, we've got Crystal Palace in the League Cup, so we can cover it all off in one go. So yeah, the shows will be at 8:30 on a Thursday evening throughout December at the moment. And obviously, just want to thank everyone in the chat for coming in. Always good to see you all guys, and some really good discussion made and some good points raised. Gav, I actually hope that you don't beat Spurs on Sunday, but I'll settle with a draw, mate. To be fair, I'll settle with a draw. But yeah, that's it for us. Have a good evening, have a good weekend, and up the Arsenal. 3 more points on Sunday, please. Good night.
Oh, goodness.